weekly update. I'm ready. Are you ready? Well, don't worry. This weekly update is gonna be incredibly short because I ran into a lot of issues this week. As always, I'll do the TLDR, short little snippet of what's to come in the video, and then I'll start talking, even though this will be the entire video. Basically, first, I got a small job working for a neighbor, so that took up a lot of time as I got used to the new job. And the other thing, I only did one chapter this week, and it was very tough, and I'll explain why. Alright, so to describe this week in one word would be lost. I felt very lost. After I finished the chapter on dictionaries, which was chapter 11, I did the questions and I felt lost. I felt like the chapter content was very simple. I mean, dictionaries are very similar to lists. It's just another data structure, which I learned this week. And yeah, I was not expecting the questions to be so difficult at the end of the chapter, so it took me a while to do those, but that was last week. And then this week, when I was doing chapter 12, which was on tuples, whatever you want to call them, it turned out that it's another data structure. The questions at the end of that chapter were even harder, so I felt like I was missing something, and I was sitting behind my computer really feeling lost, not understanding what I missed, basically. So this week, that was like Monday, Tuesday. By Wednesday, I was getting super frustrated. Then on Thursday, I decided to go back and look at chapter 10 and then look at chapter 11. I did some recall to see if that would help with my questions in chapter 12, because it all builds up. The questions in chapter 12, there's, instead of usual 10 questions, there's only 4, and they're multi-step, so you're writing not just one function, but you're writing a program which is a series of functions that work together. And wow, I understood how I could get previous functions from chapter 10 and 11 to help me then with the questions on chapter 12. But what I didn't expect was the difficulty that would entail. So to end this video, this week I only did chapter 12 and I'm still working on it. I decided to go back and review chapter 10 and 11. Now knowing what I know in 12, I now know that my problem is with data structures, which would make sense. It's kind of all grouped together. I find that learning about data structures is easy, but in practice, much more difficult. So that's what I'll leave you guys with this week. Just a short little update on how frustrating it was for me this week, but I'm very glad to have made the decision to go back, because I'm seeing things with more light now, and I really hope to get this whole data structure section down pat before I move on to algorithms, which are basically very dependent on data structures too. And big O notation, stuff like that. Yeah, big words I'm using, learning it all. But first, I gotta go back, and yeah, so I'm basically gonna be behind a week now, not a big deal. This is a self-structured learning experience, so I got that on my side. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this, and see you later. Peace.